I'm Charlie Moore. This is Bruins Academy. Class is in session. Hello everybody, I'm Charlie Moore, and welcome to a brand new episode of Bruins Academy. Episode 104 to be exact, and sadly, this will be my last episode hosting Bruins Academy. So we figured, hey, why not drop the puck on some of our favorite features over the last 11 seasons? We're going to tour Prague in the Czech Republic with hometown hero number 88, David Passanog. Then, hey, how about a private shooting clinic with Bruins defenseman Hampus Lindholm? And guess what? Guess who's coming back? That's right, everyone's favorite wannabe ref, Chaz Magoo. He will be teaching us the proper way to pack your hockey bag. Thanks, Chaz. We have a great game for you tonight, a lot of great features. We're gonna take a look back at some of our favorite ones. But before we take a look back, let's take a look into the future. Let's check out the new head coach for your Boston Bruins, Marco Sturm. Welcome back to Boston, Marco.
When you got traded to Boston as a player, what were your first impressions of the city?
I actually remember very good because I came in and there was a snowstorm, right? And I'm like, oh my God. Where are we right now? Getting traded out of nowhere, and I didn't hear any rumors actually, you know. And then all of a sudden, I had to take a flight at 6 a.m. I remember that, to Boston and play that night. That was challenging. That was different. But I have to say that first game, I scored, had an assist, and we won. And after that, I loved it. I mean, you always hope. Right, you always hope as a coach you're gonna get a call or a text to maybe get a chance to get an interview. Sure enough, next day in the morning, I already got that text from Don Sweeney, and it meant so much to me. Again, because of my time here, all the memories I have. I think everyone is eager to show the city, the organization, what they can do, and I think. And they're ready for a new voice. I think that's something I got out of those conversations, and I'm very excited, obviously, to work with them, and maybe start something new and fresher.
All right, now it's time to head to Alaska and hook up with Bruins goalie Jeremy Swayman. Now, Jeremy does a whole lot of cool things. There's no doubt about that in Alaska. However, I'm the mad fisherman, and Jeremy, well, he went fishing in Alaska, something I have not done yet. So great feature, and yes, Jeremy, I'm jealous.
What's up, guys? Jeremy Swayman from Anchorage, Alaska. Super excited to have you here on Bruins Academy, and let's have some fun. I think the biggest attraction that Alaska brings is, you know, it's untouched territories. Here they come, oh, they're right here too. Here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, they just come. I have a love for fishing. I love backpacking, anything outdoors, mountain biking, hiking, rock climbing, and it's all accessible, you know, again, right out your back door. So that's what I really love about Anchorage, and that's what I've done, you know, every summer I've lived here, and it's been fun to grow up here. It's such a special place. Oh yeah, he's right there.
Where? Oh, say, what do we got?
Moose. See him moving?
Yeah.
Sniped it. It's awesome. Right now, we're at the base of the Chugach mountain range surrounding Anchorage. You know, it's a small town here. It's really everyone, you go to a store, you go to a hockey rink, you see someone you know, and it's pretty cool to just be a part of a small community like this. And again, it's something that I've explored more every year, and I think, you know, no matter how much you think you know Alaska, you always learn something new every year, so that's a huge attraction. You can explain it so much, you can take pictures of it, but when you're out here enjoying the elements, You know, there's nothing like it, and that's why these mountains bring me back here every year, and I'm so excited for it and to share it with people that I love, and you know, it's just a special place.
Look at this guy.
Thanks, Charlie.
Bruins Cop says, getting a small pet is a great way to teach kids responsibility, unless that pet is a Wolverine.
Welcome back to episode 104 of Bruins Academy. On this episode, we're taking a look back at some of my favorite Bruins Academy features over the last several seasons of BA. And right now, we're gonna hook up with number 88, David Passanog, and we're going to the Czech Republic. That's where he lives, it's his hometown. Come on, guys, figure it out, would you please?
Scores! David Pastrnak.
Hey guys, it's David Passanog here. We are at my house in Prague right now, and here's a few tips you should visit in Prague while you're here. Prague is a beautiful city, you know, especially in the summer. I'll give you a couple tips where you should definitely visit during your stay in Prague. You should definitely go to the old square, you know, downtown Prague. It's almost like a Times Square. I don't know, Z is inside of there. Yeah, he has the same dance moves like Z, so. It's beautiful there, you know. Right away from there, you can continue to see a castle. You will definitely not miss it. You know, it's right next to the old square. You just keep going next to the clock tower. It's very busy every time around this afternoon. This is the gate to the Charles Bridge, you know, and that's where they used to enter the city by this gate. The river name is Vltava. It's pretty beautiful. You get a good view from the both sides, and just you see the beautiful Prague, and I'm pretty sure you will like it. All right, guys, see you next time on Bruins Academy.
Now, we all know the Boston Bruins have an amazing 100 years of hockey. Over the years, they've changed a few things. They put helmets on, they changed their logo slightly, and they've also changed the hockey sticks, and they've also changed their jerseys. On this feature, we take a look at just that. Not the hockey sticks, not the logo, but the jerseys, and they changed them. It's up next. The Boston Bruins franchise started in 1924 and was first owned by Charles Adams. The first jerseys, however, were not black and gold, but brown with yellow trim, which just so happened to be the same color scheme of Mr. Adams' chain of grocery stores. And FYI, his secretary chose the name Bruins. Okay, little fact, the uniforms changed a lot back in those early days. Players like old-time hockey Eddie Shore and Milt Schmidt had all kinds of different looks, including numbers on the front and numbers on the back. Yikes! And the colors? Yeah, they were still brown and yellow before the Boston Bruins switched colors to the now familiar black and gold in 1934. Look at that Eddie Shore, he could really fly. Nice jersey.
Well, I was very fortunate and very lucky to be with the Bruins.
The legendary Spoke B makes its first appearance on the Boston Bruins sweaters in 1948 and was worn by legends like Willie O'Ree and the Chief, number 9, Johnny Busick. Soon, though, Bruins fans had their eyes set on a promising young defenseman, a kid named Bobby Orr, who would make famous the now classic black and gold Spoke B jerseys that still remain with the team to this very day.
Back into the zone to Bobby Orr. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Since then, a lot of great players have put on those sweaters. Of course, there's been some minor tweaks, but they're always mindful of the Boston Bruins' rich history and, of course, that iconic logo. Yeah, we all know it. It's the classic Spoke Bee.
Bruins Cop says, hand sanitizer is cool, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned hand washing with warm water and soap.
Welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. The show all about knowing, growing, and loving the sport of hockey. My first episode to my 104th episode. It's been an amazing run, teaching you, showing you, having fun with all of you crazy hockey fans. It's been an unbelievable experience, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Up next on Bruins Academy, we're taking a look back at our favorite hockey referee, Chaz Magoo. Hey, Charlie, thanks for having me on Bruins Academy. All right, we're going to talk about the hockey bag in the proper way. To pack your hockey bag. All right, step one, you got to get a bag. Now, here's a little Chaz Magoo tip of the week. Pack your bag the way you get dressed. Let's go over Chaz Magoo's list for you today. Cup, garter belt, socks, pads, pants, skates, shoulder pads, elbow pads, shirt, helmet, mouth guard, gloves, sticks, and let's not forget, one hockey puck. The old days we'd walk down Main Street with the stick behind us and the skates in the air. Yeah, now I see the kids with their bags, these big bags. The bags are bigger than the kids. You don't want to show up at the rink and say, Ma, I got no hockey helmet. Also, make sure Ma washes it every now and then, okay? Because it's very, very pungent. Hockey players, they stink. Yeah, no good. No, is my mustache coming off? Let's recap, okay? Cup, garter belt, socks, pads, pants, skates, shoulder pads, elbow pads, skirt. Forget the skirt, don't bring the skirt. No skirts, helmet. Ma, why is there a skirt here, Ma? You can't play, I told you no. Okay, let's recap our hockey bag situation. How so, you ask? Good question. Make sure your bag and all your gear is with you when you head to the rink. If you know you have all your gear, you're gonna be a better hockey player. I'm Chaz Magoo. Thanks for having me on Bruins Academy. Ma, is the meatloaf ready, Ma? Okay, I told you Chaz Magoo offered up some excellent tips next time you head to the hockey rink, and I don't know why the NHL hasn't signed Chaz to a lifetime deal. He needs to be reffing, right? All right, episode 104, Bruins Academy. We're taking a look back at some of our favorite features over the past several seasons. Up next on BA, we're gonna check in with Bruins defenseman Hampus Lindholm. How about that, Chaz Magoo? Ha?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Hampus Lindholm here in my hometown of Sweden. I'm here in my shooting ramp, and I was gonna show you guys some tips and tricks that I would love to hear when I was younger. So let's do it. Well, this is my little shooting ramp here. Here we got my deep partner here, Marco McAvoy. So it's nice to have some friends close by. If you start doing like little things, it turns into big things real quick. You don't have to shoot 100 pucks, but even if you shoot 10, 15, 20 pucks, if you do that each day over the course of a year, it counts out to be a lot of pucks. If you do that little extra, if it's running or quickness or skating or shooting, anything you can do to separate yourself, it's always going to be huge. And when you're young, that's when you have the most time to do it, because each year you can separate yourself more and more. One thing that I like to do is set up some targets here, so you guys can practice your accuracy. I think that's always a good thing to make it a little more fun and interesting. You can have your buddies over and like really have some competition going here. And anyway, you can make things a little more extra fun and spice them up. It's always makes it more fun to get better.
Left circle, shoots, he scores! Hampus Lindholm, bullseye, right over the glove. The Boston Bruins spin overtime here in Pittsburgh.
Hope you learned something good today, and thanks for having me on Bruins Academy.
Bruins Cop says, stuck inside on a dark and rainy afternoon? Try origami to pass the time and lift your spirits.
Welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. I'm your host, Charlie Moore. Bruins Academy, episode 104. I want to thank each and every one of you crazy hockey fans for watching 104 episodes of Bruins Academy. This, sadly, is my last episode. Now, the next feature, as we take a look back to some of our favorites here on BA, Troy Brown played with the Patriots. Unbelievable. He even played defense. He played offense. He played special teams. One of my favorite players, and he's also one of my favorite features on BA.
Ready to rock, man.
I've skated before. It wasn't pretty.
We got him geared up here, right? Nice jersey. So at least he's going to look the part. Now we're going to see if he can play the part, right?
It's a good looking jersey.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
How do I look?
Look good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
Can I join the team? Is there a practice squad in hockey?
There isn't a practice squad.
Can I go down to Providence?
Well, you'd be below Providence.
Below Providence? What's below Providence?
Well, we have the East Coast.
Here we go. No laughing, people, no laughing. East Coast League.
All right, now, we're going to put you in front of the net. This is where people make their money, in front of the net. I know you can get some touchdown passes, but now we got to see if you can put the biscuit in the basket.
You got the radar on?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
See what you got. All right. Get a warm up, right? Wow, he lifted it. Looks like he's got the one-timer down. We got Donnie, the GM. He's got some news for you.
Does he want to sign me?
Well, we'll see. I don't know if he's going to sign you.
Where's my contract? You don't have any paper in your hand, man. I'm good. How you doing? Good to see you. I have a great appreciation for what you guys do, man. And Sweeney missed it, man. You want to change your mind, Don? Maybe if I get good enough at skating, I can come back and be the goon. So if I was playing on the team, would I be on the first line?
No.
I wouldn't? Second line?
No.
Third line?
No. You'd be on the 9th floor, I think. Guard.
I'll be back, though.
I know you will.
It's fun, man. Thank you guys again. I appreciate it, man. Go Bruins.
Troy Brown, the guy can do it all. He's an amazing athlete. That was one of my favorite features, as you can tell why. How about the Chaz Magoo? We're getting plenty of feedback from Chaz Magoo as we're live here. We're not live. I'm kidding. I'm making all of this up, except for the fact that Troy Brown is really, really good. Hey, home stretch of the best of the best. And speaking of home stretch, we're gonna go stretch. It's the feature. It's up next.
Hi, I'm Kevin Neal, head performance coach for the Boston Bruins. Thanks for having me on Bruins Academy. Today I'm here with Jeremy Swayman. We're going to go over 2 exercises that help develop strength in your hips.
To Wheeler, to Connor, what a save by Swayman!
So the first thing we're going to do is called a lateral kneeling adductor isometric. So to do this, we're just going to set up on our hands and knees. We're going to put one foot out to the side. Gonna walk the foot out so you get a good stretch on the inside of this thigh. Sway's doing a great job staying long through his spine, so tall through the top of his head. There's not a lot of arch through his lower back. There's not a lot of round either. He's nice and neutral. Good tension through his core, pulling that foot down into the ground. This is a great way to get strong through your groin in lengthened positions, which, as I mentioned earlier, that is typically where strains occur when somebody overstrides, or if they stride and that muscle just isn't strong enough to slow down that stride leg, they can get some damage to that tissue. You teach it to be strong in these longer positions. It's important to help prevent against some of those injuries. Look at that game face. Wearing a hole through the turf. The next one now, we're gonna train the outside of the hip. So we're gonna take that exact same position, and instead of emphasizing on the muscles on the inside of the thigh, we're gonna emphasize the strength in the muscles on the outside of the thigh. Now, instead of doing a pull down using your adductors, you're gonna use your abductors, or the muscles on the outside of your hip, to lift your foot off the ground. If he walks his foot out further on the setup, it's gonna be even harder for him to lift and to hold that leg. So these are a couple ones that don't require any equipment and can still be very challenging. Great way to develop some strength around your hips. Not only help with skating speed, but also help make sure that you're staying healthy throughout the season.
I got me, Kev.
That's the one.
That was it.
That was it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a wrap on episode 104 of Bruins Academy. Looking back at some of the features, had a great time. What a run. Hope you enjoyed all the learning and knowing and growing and all the knowledge when it comes to having fun when it comes to the sport of hockey. Big shout out to the Boston Bruins and the entire organization. Big shout out to Nesson and everyone over there at the TD Garden. Thanks for the free tickets. Anyway, I'm your host, Charlie Moore. It's been a heck of a run. We'll see you next time. Go Bruins.